and get a diversified opinion here. So, CoinAgenda was started in 2014 as a spin-off of BitAngels. BitAngels started in early 2013 when David Johnston and I met at the, those of you who watched the fireside chat with Charlie Shrum yesterday heard parts of the story. Charlie, of course, started the Bitcoin Foundation, was one of the co-founders there, and that was the first time I heard him say that he really started it because he wanted to hold a conference. And Bitcoin Foundation, for those of you who go back to early 2013, it was like the Uber organization. It literally did everything you could think of for Bitcoin. It paid the salary of the main chief scientist, Gavin Anderson, so that all the other volunteers could be kept in line. It had a governmental outreach thing and testified in front of Congress about what is Bitcoin. It basically was the PR hub for explaining what Bitcoin was, and it had the conference. They held 2 conferences, which honestly I think were 2 of the best conferences I ever went to. The first one was in San Jose in early 2013, and the second one was in Amsterdam in 2014. And then they just sort of decided that they were going to focus more on technology, and they were going to let other people do government relations and let other people do conferences. And so we took up part of that slack by starting our first CoinAgenda as a spin-off of BitAngels in October 2014. The price of Bitcoin had just dipped under $300. Matt Rozak, who's now a billionaire in the space and good friend of the conference, he's done a number of keynotes for us. He runs Block and Tally Capital. I remember we were texting each other and he said, if the price goes below 300, I'm backing up the truck and selling the family silver. And it went down about 297. I said, you got that truck out yet? So those were the early days, and obviously I'm going to do a little piece in between these, the first 3 and the last batch of companies called Crypto 2022, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and sort of remind us about how far we've come, and we're not done yet. But I'm delighted to present yet another. The very first one we had, I think, we had companies present. I believe we had 20 companies present at the very first CoinAgenda from 9 countries. The winner was ZebPay that came in from India, and that was in our global event in Las Vegas. We had companies coming in from Greece, from all over the world, and so a lot of great companies have had their start by winning a CoinAgenda award. So this is obviously our European event is one of our smaller ones. This is only our 4th year, and we kind of skipped the bear market last time, but we're here thick and thin. We're going to be in Monaco for the foreseeable future. We really think this is kind of our home, just like San Juan is our home for the Caribbean. We've been there 6 years, and Las Vegas is our home for global 9 years. We cap any CoinAgenda at 1,000 people because we want to be able to make sure that you can meet everybody and have a good experience. And many people have told us that their favorite CoinAgendas were the ones that are around this size. The very first CoinAgenda Caribbean had, I believe it was like 92 people, and people told me it was the best conference they ever went to. Bancor launched there, Quantum launched there. We had FinTech Blockchain Group flew in from China. We had another group fly in from Japan, another one from Liechtenstein. So we're always thinking globally and meeting locally. And I guess that's enough of a preview. So bring on the startups.
That's great. We've got six today, and just think about what Mike was just saying. You might be seeing somebody who would be that household name a few years from now. And so, first off, without any further ado, it's going to be Mokens League. Got Mark Ricardo ready to present.
All right, awesome. Thanks. Can we get the presentation? All right, here we go. So for this presentation, first of all, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to be showing you the investor deck that we are circling around to our group of private investors, and you get to download it. You can ask Erica, and you get to download it later. So because it contains a lot of information that I'm going to swipe through just to go to the most important parts that I think this audience will appreciate more. A little bit of what we are doing, what we consider the future of gaming, which is, I think that everybody would agree that blockchain and gaming are a match made in heaven, right? And we launched with Michael back in the day a company that did not have NFTs, like in 2015. NFTs were not the big thing, but then, 2017 came, CryptoKitties sort of kickstarted this sort of. But then we had Atmosphere, which is a predecessor of Minecraft and Roblox back in the day, to TechCrunch 50 runner-up. We presented there with this concept that anyone should be able to build worlds online, share with other people without having to know how to code or having to know how to have 3D. Apparently it was a great idea. We ended up as runners-up there, had 4 million downloads, 285,000 words were created with Atmosphere. We couldn't adapt to what Minecraft and Roblox that came after were doing, and of course these guys won, we lost, Lego lost, and a bunch of others couldn't compete, but it was a great experience. With Michael, we launched at Voxelus. This is the same concept at Atmosphere, if you want, like Minecraft, but for VR, but with a token, right? We launched it in 2017, pretty successful ICO. Back in the day, we raised like 1,325 Bitcoins. That's the number. So it was a great record pre-sale at that time, great experience. The main issue that we have with this product, because you can ask, what's this product going on today? The thing is, like, VR still hasn't taken off, right? So there is not mass adoption, and the reality is, like, for games, you need an audience, and you need like a big audience. And VR is still niche. Huge fan of VR, but it's still niche, and couldn't take it off, but it was a great learning experience. So what we're doing right now, by the way, this is the current state of the game. It looks really good. Michael was seeing it. We have the demo here if you want to play it. The game already works. It's pretty advanced. But these characters, we consider them to be old because when we started thinking about the Mokens, which is monsters and tokens, we wanted to include as many industries as possible, right? And what we did, these are the new Mokens. This is the first time that we are unveiling them. They look very Nintendo-like. And if you notice something here, is that we completely detach, like, again, in a Nintendo fashion, we detach the head and the hands from the body. And this has a specific why. And I think that's is what is being kicking in so hard with our equity and also private token investors in the past couple of weeks when we showed them this, because what we are doing here is pairing this up with a partnership program that would allow not just us building Mokens, but also artists from all around the world that can come up with what we are seeing at NFTs today, right? We saw it yesterday with the camel, we saw it with Bored Apes, we saw it with many NFT collections, which is basically a head, right? So we could incorporate and partner with any NFT, a drop that is happening on other companies and have them to live in the Moken ecosystem and have them participate in our real-time multiplayer sports. And we're starting with soccer, but then tennis is coming on, then basketball and two-on-two require less NFTs, and so far and so on, right? So the amazing thing, by the way, these are being designed by Carlos Cabrera, which is a friend of mine, and it's, these guys do concept for Avatar, works with Steven Spielberg, like he's a very, very talented illustrator, and he's working on the first drop of the NFT characters. As you can see, anything goes. Like if you replace a head with a Batman head, a Superman head, like Darth Vader, or a Bored Ape, anything goes. We can partner with artists that they will be able to sell their own Mokens on our platform and receive a royalty of everything that they sell that they've created. And this is absolutely important based on what I was telling you guys yesterday, because we are building use cases for the NFTs, right? We are building use cases. These NFTs are going to get used by kids, teens, and tweens and adults in order to compete and play our games. These are NFTs with a use case, and this is a very important thing because it's what the industry needs. NFTs that actually have use cases, right? So, what is win to earn? I've been talking about this a lot. It's starting to catch a lot of attention. I'm getting a lot of emails, a lot of, hey Martin, I really like what you're saying with win to earn. It really resonates. Yes, it's more competition, related, but it's what life is all about. You win in order to earn. Right? So I think this is really powerful, and so we wanted to break it down in very simple steps in our ecosystem, but I think that you guys are going to be seeing this in a lot of yeah, I'm already 1 minute. So you launch our game, you choose the arena, it will do a matchmaking, you play, and whoever wins takes the pot. And we charge a commission, and in order to play our game, you need NFTs and our tokens. That's why we do have a utility token. You need our token in order to play every single competitive game. If you don't have it, you cannot play competitively. You are going to be able to play for free. So again, a lot of information here that it's for you guys in order to see a lot of game industry highlights, our business model that extends beyond what I was telling you about, and most importantly, not a lot of people know, but we already have many partners lined up for our community building and private beta. And I'm closing this with this, Erica. OLGG, for those of you who know, is a new company funded by a friend that just received $10 million in funding. These are YGG for Spanish-speaking countries in the world. They are huge, they are massive, they raise a lot of money, and they are purchasing the first batch of NFTs. We're selling our first 1,000 NFTs. We actually already did. So we are already producing revenue, right? So where we are, again, you can see it here. We did a round of funding. We raised $2 million on a $20 million valuation. We are opening an equity round right now for a large VC of Europe that want to come in. But we're also doing a token and an NFT sale. You have the information here, tokenomics, as you can expect. The token sale, again, comparison, more data. I think it's going to be very interesting for you guys to take a look if you want to get more information about the product. But yeah, and also we've included exclusively for this conference a video preview of how the game looks today. It's going to change in a month or less. But yeah, we're doing great, and thank you, and Michael, thank you for putting CoinAgenda. I think, again, this is the best conference ever. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Martin. Just put that down right there.
Yeah, go
Hold on, there's questions from the judges.
No, we have to do the 10 minutes.
2 minutes of questions.
1 minute of questions.
Okay, questions.
1
yeah.
minute of questions.
I'll take one question. Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions?
So thank you for the presentation. The question about the
Can you use the mic?
yeah, it's
You
not
can
working.
record it.
It's not working.
Oh.
So question about getting tractions from the user base. How do you guys plan to acquire those users? I saw you have strategic partnership. Is that going to come mostly from that? And I guess the two kind of VC question is the cost of acquisition of the users versus the long-term value of the users. Do you have any idea about those two metrics?
Well, we haven't calculated the CPA and also the LTV here, and this is specifically what we're going to do with our private beta that is going to get launched right now in Q3 using the OLGG community, which is a very niche community, and it's perfect for us because these are all people that are players, and from there and after we calculate, we're decision driven by the metrics company. That this is how we build games, right? And from there we calculate the 0, the 1, the 7, and the 28. After 1 month, and when I have metrics and I can calculate retention, I will be able to really answer this question. But in a nutshell, I do think that what we are going to see is exactly what happened with Heath and Arena and that sort of user acquisition curve. And actually, it could be even better because our entry cost is going to be much lower because our NFT prices are going to be priced around the industry standards. So Of course, if we do like something like Theater Arena, by the way, Theater Arena launched in November, and as until yesterday, they had 23 million users, like total downloads. Calculations of a 5 to 10%, right? Concurrent user base is a great number. So I think that we're going to be seeing something along those lines, but I cannot answer that for sure because we haven't put the game in the hands of the users, right? And then we need to calculate a lot of things first, like starting with session length, right? Session length, D1, D7, and D28. Having said that, I do think we are going to see a CPA of over $1. But that's what we're going to get to see, right? So I don't know if these answer your question, but it will be around that number.
And did you guys decide on which platform you're going to build the game?
Yeah. So the game is already been built. Like our token is already audited by Code Fabric, so we are building on Polygon network, right? So token is already done, already audited. Our NFT architecture already passed it on audit, and everything is there for everybody to see. And the game we're building on top of Unity. We've been working with Unity since 2007, so friends of the house. And it's pretty advanced. Like you can actually play today if you want.
Great, thank you.
All right, awesome. Sure.
So with the current fundraising, what's like roughly with your current burn rate? How many months you have?
So that's a great question. Actually, we did that calculation today. So I'm originally from Argentina, and I live here in Barcelona, and we are known for being very cost effective at managing our team. So we have a currently team configuration of 20 people, and we are burning less than 100K per month, which is actually very low. Specifically, we don't have engineers in the US. That's the first thing. No, really. I mean, I have teams there, and I have teams all around Europe, but we have teams in Latin America. We have an office in Paraguay. We have 3 guys in Argentina. The rest of the guys are in Europe. And Max and I, we sort of came out of retirement to build this project, and we have like baseline salaries like we could be making way more money. So we keep it very low, and we have currently an 18-month runway. What we have, and we're about to raise $3 more million on an equity round, that it will give us like much more runway. But the team will grow. We are going to get to the north of 25 to 30 people. Core team, yeah.
A decentralized started in Argentina.
Yeah. I know those guys, and we are already talking with Teddy. I actually was with him in Punta del Este in April, and they won Mokens League inside the Central End. And Arthur and Sebastian Bourget, also from Sandbox, are we all know. We're all Argentinians.
No, it was a success story about.
Yeah, actually, the Sandbox. Nobody knows this, and I don't want to put this on record, but the Sandbox sort of was inspired by Atmosphere, and Arthur told me this like many times. And they have a lot of my ex-employees. Like Sandbox is being built by Atmosphere ex-employees, and Voxel's ex-employees as well. Which is bad because I want to take some of them with me now. But I don't want to do that to Arthur, right? But that's the thing. Yeah. All right, awesome. Thank you guys for the questions.